Previously on Impact.
I'm looking for my brother, Chris. You know, Abyss.
The search for a lost soul continued.
Joseph, you're getting too close to the fire. Back off before you get burned.
As AJ Styles' deepest and darkest secrets come to fruition.
Since day one, you've been the poster boy of this company. And when I look at this, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
And who's next on the list for the leader of the selfish generation?
Everyone has tried to one-up me. Everybody has tried to beat me. Everyone has tried to take my title. And every single time, I walk out with my World Heavyweight Championship. That solidifies the fact that I am the most dominant World Heavyweight Champion ever in this company.
The road to Slammiversary starts now.
Just when you thought that our World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode, was put in a position where he could not overcome the odds, Roode did it again. This past Sunday at a terrific sacrifice pay-per-view event when he defeated Rob Van Dam in RVD's specialty bout, the ladder match.
Well, there definitely was a lot of doubt in many people's minds, including yours and I, Mike, that Roode, the world champion, could retain against someone like Van Dam in a ladder match, a match that was tailor-made for someone like Van Dam, but some way, somehow, the World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode, he pulled it off. It was a damn physical match, I'll tell you that. It was awesome, too.
And Bobby Roode is on the verge of becoming the longest reigning world champion ever in TNA. Just days away from eclipsing AJ Styles' long-standing record, and that is one hell of an accomplishment.
Time after time, people within this company have stacked the odds against me. But yet, your World Heavyweight Champion overcomes the odds each and every single time. Take, for instance, last Sunday at Sacrifice, Rob Van Dam. You had an opportunity to take my World Championship away from me. In a match that you chose, a ladder match. A match that you, Rob Van Dam, have seemingly perfected throughout your entire career. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to BS anybody. Rob Van Dam, you lived up to your moniker as Mr. Pay-Per-View because you put me through hell. You put me to the test. You gave me one of the most grueling matches I've ever had in my career. But at the end of the night, the it factor of professional wrestling, climbed that ladder and retained my World Heavyweight Championship, proving each and every single one of you wrong again. Yes, chant my name, Roode, Roode, yes, say it loud, say it proud. I am your World Heavyweight Champion. In 7 days, one short week, yours truly, Bobby Roode, will go down in history as the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in the history of Impact Wrestling. And next week, right here on Impact Wrestling, I'm going to throw the biggest party that this business has ever witnessed. I'm going to throw the biggest bash that anyone in this industry has ever seen. And I call it the It Factor's celebration of domination. And in order for the celebration of domination to go perfect without a hitch, I need to call out one man. So, without further ado, Hulk Hogan, get your out here.
this celebration of domination proposed by our world heavyweight champion, Bobby Roode, now requesting the presence of General Manager Hulk Hogan to line up that celebration, fitting the longest reigning TNA champion of all time. That's a milestone that Bobby Roode is going to reach 1 week from tonight.
It is a milestone that the man will reach 1 week from tonight, but I can understand why Roode wants to have this celebration next week and have this big shindig party.
Hulkster, thanks for joining me. I'm sure you've heard that in 1 week, I'm going to become the longest reigning champion in the history of your company. And I'm planning on having a little party. And I got some demands. For my party, when I get here, in my dressing room, my private dressing room, I want it redecorated with all the best furniture, carpentry. I would also like, in that locker room, I would like 5 bottles of champagne, and I want them chilled, of course. Champagne, and how about some M&Ms? And not the pretzel M&Ms, not the peanut M&Ms, just regular M&Ms, and the green ones, only green, not red, not chocolate, not yellow, green M&Ms. And for my entrance, I want golden confetti to fall from the rafters, and not just any kind of gold confetti. I want golden confetti that is flown from Canada, where real champions are from.
Champ, let me see that list.
I'm not done. I got a whole list of stuff here.
Brother, I can help you with this.
There's a couple more things.
Well, you know, before I address your list of demands, I need to say one thing. Out of all the champions that I've seen them all, brother. I've seen Harley Race, Jack Briscoe, years and years of great champions. The Luthezes, Macho Man. I mean, I've seen them all. The Hearts. I had the belt for a while. I will have to say that until you took that belt, until you became the Impact champion, this company was running awry. People were stabbing each other in the back, jogging for position, doing anything they could to get ahead. And you single-handedly fixed everything when you took the belt. You gave us direction, and everybody in this company is now after you, brother.
Damn right.
So I want to thank you for that. But as far as this list of demands goes, brother, you haven't broken any records yet. You have not become the longest reigning champion in our history yet. So as far as this list of demands,
What the hell?
because champ, as great as you are, next week is open fight night.
No!
Yes, brother, because once a month we have a special episode of Impact Wrestling where anybody can call anybody out and they have to fight. And also on fight night, brother, we have a title defense. And as far as I can remember, last month we had the World Tag Team Champs defend their title. So, me being the new general manager, I pretty much might as well tip my hand right now and let everyone know here at Impact Wrestling which title is going to be defended next week on Open Fight Night.
This one. Not this one. It's my party night. I'm having the party. It's time to celebrate. Not me.
Well, maybe you have some suggestions. Which title should we put up?
I don't care. Not this one.
Well, let's see. We had the tag titles last month. We got the women's title, the X division. We got the world title. We don't want to put that one up though, right?
No.
Okay, next week, the title that will be defended will be the World Heavyweight title by you, champ.
Wow! Oh my God! Come
The good news is I took a poll earlier today in the back to see if anybody would step up and get in the ring with you for that open fight night. And you know, a few of your friends stepped up, and I'd like to ask them to come out right now.
Boy, this is going to be interesting.
Let's see what a couple of guys that are come out.
Who's going to step up to the plate?
Oh my God, Bobby Roode doesn't even have a party.
Whoa, look at this. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, X-Division champion Austin Aries. Oh my God.
It's like the whole damn locker room.
Just like you'd expect. Hulk Hogan offers up Bobby Roode on open fight night. You know there's going to be takers. And takers. And takers.
Never ending. Bully Ray back there too.
Wait a minute, Ted. Is that ODB out here? Put yourself in Hulk Hogan's boots. You've got to love this lineup of challengers. But how can you pick just one?
Like I said, champ, a few of your friends stepped up and they wanted a shot at your title, brother. So what I need to do is eliminate this down to 4 men, brother, because so many people here at Impact Wrestling want a piece of you. I need to figure out who's the best man for the job. So the way it goes, the man that takes the licking and keeps on ticking, Mr. RVD, I think you should climb in the ring with Bully Ray, brother, to see if you can keep that battery going. And in the second elimination match, I'm having a real hard time with this Jeff Hardy and Ken Anderson situation. Things are tit for tat, back and forth, and I think we need to find out once and for all who comes out on top. And in the third elimination match, I think our Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, who has a bit of a mean streak, should get in the ring with a man that has a mean streak also, Samoa Joe. Maybe you guys could just cool each other off.
Oh.
And for the fourth qualifying match, the rest of you guys are going to be in a wild card battle royal tonight. And whoever wins the battle royal will be the fourth man to have a shot at our champ here tonight. So the way it goes, brother, if you want to celebrate, you better fight.
Wow. Blockbuster news, Mike. Blockbuster news right there by Hogan.
Huge from our general manager. Who is it going to be that gets that world title shot next week on Impact Wrestling against Bobby Roode? Which member of the roster becomes the #1 contender? The 4 qualifying matches, including the Battle Royal, all tonight on Impact Wrestling. In light of the revealing photos that were made public last week by Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, AJ Styles speaks tonight, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Well, our gorgeous knockout champion, Gail Kim, is in action tonight in a 3-way to boot. I love it.
And Taz, we will introduce the newest member of the Impact Wrestling roster when we detail the historic signing of King Mo. MMA and Pro Wrestling unite.
But up next, question is, which one of these men right here will qualify for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship? We will find out next.
This message is to my little brother, Joseph. You're getting too close to the fire. Back off before you get burned.
It is time for the first open fight night qualifier as we determine who will gain a world title shot next week.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is an open fight night qualifying match. Introducing first from Hell's Kitchen, New York, Bully Ray!
Cap Zilla in the house.
Man, what a huge opportunity this is for Bully Ray to get back on the winning track in a very important match. Got to talk about Sunday at Sacrifice. The Bully, Austin Aries, extremely physical match. And even saw the involvement of Joseph Park, the brother of Abyss.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that match that Bully Ray had with Austin Aries was just off the chain, man. I just really loved calling it, loved watching watching. I know you and I talked about it after the show.
Sensation.
Great match, real physical to your point, Mike. But right now, Bully Ray, humongous opportunity awaits him here. He's got to deal with a real tough operator. But again, this is what I love about open fight, and I love this concept, Mike. It's great. Next week it kicks off, and we know the world title will be defended.
Tonight, 4 qualifiers.
And his opponent from Battle Creek, Michigan, Tom Van Dam.
Here we go. First of 4 qualifying matches to determine who's going to be in line for that world title shot. Hulk Hogan will make that choice next week, but Taz, let's take everybody back to Sacrifice when RVD challenged the world heavyweight champion Bobby Roode in a ladder match.
Well, big-time physicality in this ladder match. You see here, RVD, look at that, his knee, his ankle, his whole leg got banged up pretty bad. Roode was on the climb to victory then. Van Dam tried to stop him. Roode kicks Rob, and look at the back of Van Dam's head. Bam! Smashed into that chair. Knocked him out for a bit. Bobby Roode able to retain the World Heavyweight title. But as you see right back now here, look at Van Dam. I notice on his entrance here, his elbow's wrapped up, his knee or quad is wrapped up, so he don't seem to be 100% in my view.
Well, you could definitely tell as RVD was coming down the entrance ramp, he was favoring the injuries from that extremely physical ladder match, and really was sort of the tone of the night at Sacrifice. Every match off the charts. I just loved our Sacrifice pay-per-view this past Sunday.
Right now, as we said, huge opportunity for both these men.
Yeah, and I guess as far as Roode is concerned, maybe premature celebration, would you say? Hulk Hogan says, no, that's not going to be the case. You're going to have to put the title on the line next week, and open fight night is such an incredible concept. If you issue that challenge, you call somebody out, they've got to fight you. And also, you know what open fight night means. Next week's going to be the return of Gut Check.
Love Gut Check. I mean, that's an opportunity for a young man or young woman to just have a dream come true and possibly get a contract here in Impact Wrestling. We saw that young man, Alex Silva. He was able to do it and get it done. Congrats to him. So, Gut Check, it comes back next week, and Open Fight Night is here next week. Big time next week. I want to point this out. I mean, Bully Ray turned that headlock into a top wrist lock and then just gunned right after the injured elbow that's wrapped up of Van Dam.
Probably not a surprise that the Bully would focus his offensive attack on the weakened aspects of RVD's game. But Van Dam tried to fight back. Bully Ray right back to the injured arm, and then that kick came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that definitely bought Van Dam some time to maybe regroup here a bit. Well, I guess Van Dam didn't need a lot of time. That was very impressive right there by Rob.
Yeah, regrouped in a hurry, right?
Little rolling thunder. Oh. Here we go.
Here's the cover, here's the pin, and the 2 count as Bully Ray powers out just before 3. First of 4 matches, open fight night qualifiers made by Hulk Hogan. Oh my.
Very nicely done by Bully Ray. Zoning in now on that left leg that's heavily wrapped that we saw almost get tore apart at Sacrifice this past Sunday.
RVD in a bad way, and yeah, the Bully gonna go right back to the offense. And concentrate, focus on the injured leg and the injured knee as we remind you that it's just 2 weeks away. The time change for Impact Wrestling here on SpikeTV. It's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 2 weeks from tonight. You know there's a big surprise on May the 31st.
I know, we just can't find out what this big surprise is come the 31st in our new time slot of 8 p.m. We will find out then, but right now, Van Dam trying to just get something going here. He's in a lot of pain. And Bully now went from working on his arm to his leg, to Van Dam's leg. So big stakes right here. There are 4 slots that Hulk Hogan, our general manager, laid out here. This is an opportunity to get one.
This could be the opening right here for RVD. The big splash that missed by Bully Ray gets the momentum rolling. Coming off the ropes. A series of clotheslines. Back to back. Oh, with a kick right on the chin.
That's that great flexibility, even with an injured leg. Now Van Dam peeled off that beautiful crescent kick, and now Rob trying to get his balance with that leg. Oh, he landed on his plant leg. Oh, man, that was nasty. Watch out!
There it is. His own version of the 3D. Doesn't need a tag team partner. Does it solo, and then he gets the pin and the win. He wins the first qualifier, does Bully Ray.
That's big right there. That is big for Bully Ray. I mean, Bully Ray obviously, well, bottom line, is just taking advantage of the injuries that Van Dam came into this match with from this past Sunday at Sacrifice. When he landed on that plant leg from that high arc kick from the top rope, that's what screwed up Rob, man. He just landed hard on it.
And Bully Ray is victorious to kick off Impact Wrestling. And Bully Ray has now filled one of the 4 spots for the Open Fight Night title match that's 1 week from tonight on Impact Wrestling.
Well, tonight, the rebirth of one of the most intense rivalries in TNA history. Question is, which wrestler will qualify to get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship? That is still to come.
And Taz, the newest member of the TNA roster, will be introduced when we recap the historic signing of MMA champion King Mo. Bully, you just beat RVD. What are you upset about?
You know exactly why I'm pissed. I'm pissed at the Kardashians. Yeah, those 3 heifers, Courtney, Chloe, Heavy, whatever the hell their names are. Now they want to jump on the anti-bullying bandwagon? Those 3? I'd like to see them come down here and try to stop me from bullying anybody. I'm telling you right now, Park, this better be real freaking good. I'm here to apologize. I apologize for interjecting myself Sunday at Sacrifice, but you were going to cheat. I deal with cheaters for a living, Bully Ray, and you were going to cheat. You know, my brother said something interesting the other day. You're getting too close to the fire. You're that fire, aren't you? You're that fire, aren't you? I'm giving you fair warning right now. Stay away from me.
Ladies and gentlemen, history was made last Thursday night in New York City when TNA President Dixie Carter, Bellator CEO Bjorn Rebney, and Spike President Kevin Kay announced the unprecedented signing of a 2-sport star, a signing that garnered mainstream media coverage from the TV networks to USA Today.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, his name is King Mo. He was an outstanding collegiate wrestler at Oklahoma State for the Cowboys, and he currently possesses an excellent MMA record. TNA, Bellator, beware.
Former Strikeforce light heavyweight champ Muhammad Lawal, you know him as King Mo, has signed a deal to split his time between Bellator and TNA. This has never happened before. And joining us now to give us all the details, the man himself, King Mo. How you doing, King?
Doing good, man.
King ain't alone, though, because sitting along with us tonight, Bellator CEO Bjorn Rebney, and, of course, very popular TNA President Dixie Carter. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Huge announcement, of course. It's rocked both the wrestling world and the MMA world, because it's never happened before where a fighter decided to do both at the same time. King, why?
You know, it's been a dream. You know, that's why, and it's a great opportunity, and you know what? I'm doing it.
Does any of it have to do with the fact that things were not good between you and Zuffa, considering the things that we'll get to a little bit later on in the show, or no?
Nah, you know what? The thing is that one door closed and 2 doors open. So I've just jumped in 2 doors, you know what I'm saying?
And literally 2 doors did open. So Bjorn, I go to you, because you're the MMA guy here. I think wrestling fans will like it. We'll ask Dixie about that in a second. Any concern at all that MMA purists will say, wait a minute, as much as we like TNA wrestling, it's not the real deal, and you may have some backlash against this move?
I don't think so. You know what, look, I've been an MMA fan for years. You're an MMA fan. MMA fans are very bright. They're very smart people. They hit a demo that's right. They understand that there's 2 different sports things going on here. There's mixed martial arts, there's Impact Wrestling, and they're 2 completely different things. And I think they can appreciate the fact that they're 2 different things. I think they can appreciate the fact that Mo's a world-class mixed martial artist and will transition into becoming a world-class wrestler. But you look at them both. They're 2 great funnels.
We're going to find out if he makes that transition. We'll find out how soon that's going to happen. Dixie, Whose idea was it? Was this a brainchild of yours and the TNA group? Did Bjorn come to you? Was it King's idea? And how did this whole thing materialize on your end?
Well, I've been fairly vocal about this for the last couple of years, wanting to do something like this, but I ran into resistance finding a head of a company that saw the potential in it, quite honestly. So when Bjorn joined the Spike team, Kevin Kay, the president of Spike, set us up in a meeting, and we clicked right away. I brought the idea to him. He loved it, and so hopefully the rest will be history.
What's happening to me? I beat Brooke, I beat Velvet, and now I gotta face them both in a triple threat match tonight. I mean, why is Hulk doing that to me? Hello? Hello? Are you listening to me?
Gail, of course. Yes. Everything you just said. Me too.
Right.
Me too.
Is this about that guy?
No. There's no... I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm gonna go fix my hair.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, good luck.
Thanks for listening. I'm gonna go talk to Hulk. So not fair.
Oh, Gail, hey. Hey, you want to talk about fair?
Yeah, fair how you cheated to beat Velvet.
And fair like how you cheated with your feet on the ropes to beat Brooke over here? You mean that kind of fair?
Yeah, I mean, you're a champ. You should be pretty confident.
Yeah, and you know what? One thing's for sure is, over here, one of us tonight is going to beat you for that title. Now that is fair,
That's
right, baby?
Good luck, champ.
champ.
See you out there.
Come on, baby.
It is time to find out who will join Bully Ray next week on Open Fight Night. The Wild Card Battle Royal qualifier is now.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is a wild card battle royal for Open Fight Night. Introducing first from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the X Division champion, Austin Aries.
As we touched on it earlier, but now let's show everybody what happened Sunday at Sacrifice when Austin Aries battled Bully Ray.
Oh, what an excellent match this was, as we said earlier. And in the end, Aries was able to hit that massive brain buster on a much larger Bully Ray and then grab that tap-out victory with his submission hold called the Last Chancery. Very impressive.
Boy, I was amazed that he was able to hit the brainbuster, but then followed it up with the submission win. And when we return to Impact Wrestling, our second Open Fight Night qualifier, the Wild Card Battle Royal, and it's going to be right after this.
And their opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
As we return to the Impact Zone, the phenomenal AJ Styles headed to the ring in tonight's second Open Fight Night qualifier. Wild card over the top rope battle royal. AJ to be competing against the group who is already in the ring, and it includes our X Division champion, Austin Aries, Gunner, Robbie E, and his bouncer, Robbie T, Magnus, Garrett Bischoff,
The Devon and the television champion.
and Crimson as well, the unbeaten Crimson.
And finally, the Knockout Tag Team Champions, ODB and Eric Young.
Yeah,
Wait.
you want wild cards?
What the heck is ODB's going to be competing in this thing?
Well, it's the ultimate wild card, and how about Eric Young and ODB has sent some bad blood from Sunday at Sacrifice as they focus right in on the unbeaten Crimson. How about the open challenge from Sunday involving Crimson and those two?
Oh, you can see this attack right here by the lovely married couple in Eric Young. And watch out! ODB, boom!
Well, you saw that momentum from the double clothesline as all three over the top, and well,
They're eliminated, Mike.
all three are out. All three eliminated. Crimson, Eric Young, and ODB.
Wow. Shocked to see that. Crimson had that undefeated streak going now. And he got eliminated from this battle real quick, and now Robbie E almost got eliminated. Remember now, you got to be thrown over the top rope. Both feet have to touch the ground, not the apron, the ground.
And this wild card battle royal made by our general manager, Hulk Hogan. This is that long list of takers, people that came out and wanted the opportunity for a shot at our world heavyweight champion, Bobby Roode, which will go down next week, 1 week from tonight on Open Fight Night. Whoa!
That's Magnus. He's so strong. Well, he was strong.
Austin Aries with the drop kick sends Magnus out to the floor, and he's eliminated. Madison Rayne.
Well,
we know she's got that crush.
Well, she's a little smitten for someone. We don't really know who it is. I wonder if it's the color commentator.
Probably not.
Probably not. But I don't know what that's about.
We heard about it last week. She mentioned it earlier tonight as well. She's got a crush on someone. That person, I don't think they really know about this.
Right now, it looks like Gunnar, is about to get eliminated by both AJ and Aries. This is every man for himself, obviously. Well, I wouldn't include women, but ODB's gone. She's eliminated. She's out of here. Oh, look at the power here. Garrett Bischoff in trouble. That's Big Robbie T.
And that power game is so important when it comes to an over-the-top rope battle royal.
Yeah, this Garrett Bischoff's got heart, though, man. He's got intestinal fortitude. He's hanging on. His legs, he's hanging on. His hands. He's doing everything he can because he realizes the opportunity at hand.
Sound strategy for a young competitor like Garrett Bischoff.
Damn right. I mean, he understands. He understands. The kid grew up in the business. He knows how few and far between world championship opportunities come up.
Madison, she's smitten, isn't she?
That's what I said.
Take a look on her face.
My line. Yes, no, she is. She's very happy to watch whoever it is she's watching that she likes. Would love to know who that is. Right now, look again. Robbie T back at Garrett Bischoff, and I gotta say, Robbie T is hell-bent on getting Garrett Bischoff out of this match. Garrett's still hanging on.
Yeah, it really has been his total focus and concentration right from the outset of this battle royal. And Garrett Bischoff, he's still hanging on for dear life.
Look at this. Oh, whoa. What the?
Wait a minute. Are you serious? Robbie E. just eliminated his own bouncer?
Bro.
We saw some friction at Sacrifice on Sunday between these two.
Speaking of friction.
TV champion Devon tossing Robbie E. out to the floor, and now both the Robs are out.
Now it's down to Gunnar, Garrett Bischoff, Devon. AJ's in there still.
Yeah, hold that thought, Taz. We've got to take a break. But when we return, more of this wild card battle royal. Who's going to qualify for Open Fight Night? And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling, right in the midst of this wild card battle royal. Down to the finals 5, if my math is accurate. I see X Division champion Austin Aries, AJ Styles, Gunnar, Garrett Bischoff, and the TV champion Devon still out there, still alive.
Look at that. Kind of working as a team for a moment. AJ Styles and Austin Aries. Gunnar's face got rammed into Aries' boot. And see closely on Aries' body. Still has bruises from this past Sunday against Bully Ray's chest, back. Took a hellacious fall with Austin Aries this past Sunday at Sacrifice.
Yeah, really set the tone for the physicality of that match, as well as the entire evening. What was just a tremendous Sacrifice pay-per-view as Devon laying in those rights, one after the other, to the head of Garrett Bischoff.
Well, Garrett definitely put up a lot of experience to someone like Devon. But Garrett, to his credit, he's the least experienced man in this match, and he's still hanging on. He's still in here. Look at him coming back here. Throws a hell of a right hand.
One after the other, rocking the TV title holder, and an explosive move that time by Devon, springing off the ropes. Here he comes. Oh, Garrett Bischoff drops down. Devon goes over the top, out to the floor, and the TV champ is out and eliminated by Garrett Bischoff.
The vet got outsmarted by the Rook. Impressive young Bischoff.
And now we are down to the final 4. Again, this wild card battle royal is so important because of next week, because of Open Fight Night 1 week from tonight, where Bobby Roode defends that world heavyweight title. Now, oh my God, Garrett Bischoff, well, celebrating too much about the elimination of Devon, gets tossed over the top. Garrett Bischoff out, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Now here we go. There goes Aries. Oh my God. AJ, get out of the way. Gunnar got lit up right there. It's down to 3. Every man for himself. Wild card battle royal. Who's going to advance?
Face to face.
Talk about a dream match here, huh?
Yeah, the X Division champ, Austin Aries, and a man who really put the X Division on the map, the phenomenal AJ Styles back in the day.
Whoa. How do you do that, Aries? Oh!
It's almost like he ran himself right into the ropes so that he would not go over the top.
This guy is so innovative, Austin Aries. He does things that are just so unorthodox. Look at this. Look at AJ. Oh, man. Beautiful. Ooh, look at the counter.
Stopped and blocked. Tried for the brainbuster.
Go for a German. Nice switch right there by the X-Division champ Aries. Another switch. Went for a go-behind takedown. Wasn't there. Neither was the O'Connor roll. But boom, that forearm was there.
AJ unloads, unleashes on A-double, and then Aries takes Styles over, but he landed on the apron. He's still in. He's still alive.
Springboard, nobody there. Watch Gunner. Look at Gunner.
Yeah, right place, right time for Gunner to take Aries and dump him and eliminate the X-Division chief. And there it is. AJ tosses Gunner over the top, and the phenomenal AJ Styles has done it.
Your winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Massive opportunity now for AJ Styles. I'm going to tell you what right now, on the record, not an overstatement, that is probably the best battle royal I've ever seen in my life. That was awesome stuff.
All action right from the outset. And why? Because of what's at stake next week, Taz.
Well, it's open fight night. Bobby Roode, the World Heavyweight Champion. Hulk Hogan deemed it. The general manager said it. You're going to defend that title next week. We know Bully Ray has filled a slot. We now know AJ Styles has earned a spot by winning that battle royal. This thing is cooking up nicely.
AJ and Bully Ray, they filled 2 of the 4 spots for next week's open fight night, and we'll hear more from AJ Styles right after this.
You know, everybody's asking me for months now. Christopher Daniels, what's the secret that you're holding over Frankie Kazarian, huh? Well, the secret was never about Frankie. It was always about AJ Styles, the golden boy of TNA. Well, if they want answers, now that I've got this evidence here, maybe tonight's the night they get their answers.
Styles focus divided again because of Daniels and Kazarian and whatever this proof is that they have in the envelope. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Angle sneaks up. Angle rolls up AJ. And he got the 3 count. What's in the envelope that Daniels and Kazarian seem to be holding over the head of AJ Styles?
AJ Styles! We're gonna end this once and for all.
You made a mistake, AJ. And this is the proof.
Isn't that you and Dixie Carter in that photograph? Since day one, you've been the poster boy of this company. And when I look at this, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
2 of the best of all time about to go head-to-head tonight at Sacrifice, and you just hope that AJ is going to be able to stay focused. Kazarian up in the apron. Daniels takes out the legs of Styles.
Kurt's got him trapped in the middle of the ring. He's got a tap. It was a great match, great contest. Show the 2 buffoons how to get involved here.
So let me get this straight. Bobby Roode is on the verge of becoming the longest TNA World Heavyweight Champion, huh? You hear that, Roode? If it's up to me, I'll end your reign. But that's up to me and Hogan next week. Hogan, put me in that ring next week against Bobby Roode, and I'll win the world title. Also said that I was going to address some pictures. I intend to do just that. Things aren't always what they seem. Dixie Carter and I have been business partners for the past 10 years. We're both happily married. So I can understand how this can get misconstrued. Dixie Carter is a beautiful, wealthy woman. Okay, I get it. But like I said, things are not always as they seem. You gotta believe me on this one.
Now what?
Agent's about to explain.
Exactly.
These guys are coming out here. These are the guys who started this whole thing. Daniels and Kazarian, the new World Tag Team Champions. They were victorious at Sacrifice this past Sunday.
AJ, look, AJ, I'll be honest, man. You're a great athlete. You've got a phenomenal high-flying moveset. But last week, the world saw photographic proof of the type of moves that got you where you are today. And you...
CD, just... AJ, listen, man. This whole thing, it's never been about humiliating you. It's never been about trying to destroy anybody's life. It really hasn't been. AJ, all this is about is exposing the truth. A truth that for 10 years you've benefited from, and we've been left in your wake. Now, you've always claimed to be a guy of strong moral character, and you just said you were a man of your word. So what's the deal with the pictures? Just tell us. Just tell us.
What do you want? Huh? I've told you the truth.
Okay. Okay, AJ, all right. Look, man. Hey, look. Shh. Quiet now. I'm a reasonable man, AJ, okay? So let's say that we've taken one image out of context. Let's say we've misconstrued one photo. That's why they invented video.
What?
Open it up.
Hold on. What?
This is actually a video, dum-dum. All right, AJ, you say things aren't what they seem. Well, it seems to me that that's you, and that's Dixie Carter at a hotel, no one else around. I mean, maybe that's a secret hideaway. I don't know. You got your arms around each other. That's a bit chummy for a business relationship, isn't it? I mean, but if there was something I wanted to explain, I'd love for you to explain this. This right here. That right there. AJ. Look, man. I mean, there's affection, and then there's passion. I mean, we've all been there, man. The type of passion. Shut up! Okay, AJ. Apparently I struck a nerve. Apparently the truth hurts, huh, AJ? You don't want to finish explaining? You don't want to finish explaining? See? You see? You know why? Because the truth sucks. The truth got it. That's his explanation. Really?
Kurt, you're one of the best in the world.
Watch Mojo. He is the top of the food chain here. He's undefeated, and I want to prove that I am the best in the world. But unless he beats Kurt Angle, he can never be in the top ranks of professional wrestling.
And he's going to put the ankle lock again. Angle pulls him back. He's reaching for it. He's reaching it. Joe just taps out. And my God, he did it. The Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, is the first man to defeat Samoa Joe in TNA.
You know, Kurt, it's a shame that of all the people here, I gotta walk through you to get my belt back. But trust me, business is business.
You know what, Joe? There's a long history between the two of us. You remember the headbutt? It's all about who makes the first move. You see this?
Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle will come to a head when the rivalry is renewed later tonight.
Well, check this out, man. A rematch from Sacrifice. Mr. Anderson versus Jeff Hardy. This is an open fight night qualifier. Which one of these men will advance towards an opportunity at the World Heavyweight title? We find out next.
Look, I realize this thing's controversial, but I'm looking at it from all the different angles, and this angle right here, 1, 2, his shoulders are down, 3. I mean, it's plain as day. However, you look at the other angle, and 1, 2, he just looks like he kicks out, man, I tell you. And look at me, I'm surprised as hell because I was surprised, and I was in the freaking match. I thought he kicked out at the time, I wasn't sure, but hey, those shorts make my butt look big. I'm just kidding. Look, all seriousness, it was close, it was controversial. I'm being the consummate professional that I am. I'm gonna give him another shot. I'm gonna do it tonight, and we're gonna do it right. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna beat him again. 1, 2, 3, because I'm gonna be taking the title next week at Open Fight Night. Yeah.
First time ever, TNA Wrestling is coming to the DFW area for a live pay-per-view event.
We are so excited that your 10th anniversary pay-per-view is coming to Arlington, Texas. We can think of no better place for it than right in the center of DFW, right there in Texas, in the sports mecca for Texas. We're the home of the Dallas Cowboys, we're the home of the Texas Rangers, and now your 10th anniversary pay-per-view.
We have a lot of big surprises that night, and some big moments are going to happen. So we're going to have a great time, and we hope all of you come and join us.
It's real. It's damn. That was unbelievable.
I think everybody is shocked at what just happened here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new era in TNA. It is time for the X Division Championship matchup, the three-way bout.
Look at that combination right there. And he goes over the top. And he nails the ball. You gotta be kidding me right there. 1, 2, AJ's got it. AJ's got it. AJ's won the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed something very special in TNA history and in professional wrestling history. Can Mr. Anderson do it again? It's time to find out, because Anderson versus Jeff Hardy, our sacrifice rematch, and our open fight night qualifier is next. Mr. Anderson of the Big Apple recently for the Tribeca Film Festival?
I hear about it. We were hanging together. We had a cup of coffee and everything.
Really?
You know why? Yeah, you know why he was there? It's because this new movie coming out called Manson. It's a Morgan Spurlock production, by the way. You know who he is.
Yeah. I saw that Super Size Me. Great documentary.
Yeah, so it features Matt Morgan's in the movie. So is TNA President Dixie Carter. So it's a pretty cool thing about man grooming.
Really?
Yeah.
Opens tomorrow. Theaters everywhere.
Manscaping, as we call it.
Well, you're a manscaping expert, aren't you?
And his opponent from Cameron, North Carolina, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy!
Well, certainly a very controversial conclusion to the Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson match this past Sunday at our Sacrifice pay-per-view event. It was ruled that Mr. Anderson gained the 3 count. It's like a photo finish. How many times did we look at that replay?
Oh, we looked at that replay live a lot last Sunday, and you and I looked at it during the week a little bit, and I got to tell you, it's still hard to tell. I mean, referee O'Hampton, he did the right thing. It was a bang-bang decision. You know what? Definitely controversy surrounds that, the finish of that match, I agree.
Yeah, so props to Hulk Hogan, our general manager, for doing the right thing and having this return match from this past Sunday's Sacrifice pay-per-view event, and factor in that it is a 3rd open fight night qualifier, because next week Open Fight Night is back, and we already know that the World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode, he has to defend. Earlier tonight, Bully Ray, he qualified. AJ Styles wins the Battle Royal. He qualifies as well, and now this is our third qualifier of the night, Anderson and Hardy.
And our fourth one will be coming up later tonight. A rivalry comes back, that intense rivalry between Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle. That's going to be nice to watch, I'm telling you. But right now, here we go. Anderson and Hardy. This is half as exhilarating and as exciting as it was this past Sunday. We're in for a big-time treat.
Feeling out process in the early going, and especially when you consider the controversial nature of the conclusion of that match, where you just have to think that in the mind of Jeff Hardy, he's out to avenge that defeat, try to get revenge for it and try to get a win here over Mr. Anderson. One, for pride, but two, to qualify for Open Fight Night 1 week from tonight.
Yeah, well, again, listen, whenever you can get a chance or an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what you're in this industry for, you know, to get those opportunities. And they don't come around every second. So our general manager, Hulk Hogan, he laid down here. And this whole concept, not just the Open Fight Night concept, but having, you know, the top 4 guys that can compete and win and earn it. To go on next week to see who will face Bobby Roode for the world title. I love the whole idea.
Yeah, I just love everything about Open Fight Night. We'll see it next week. Roode defending the world title, the return of Gut Check, and the whole theme of the night is you issue a challenge to someone, they've got to come out and accept it.
That was the move right there that Jeff hit below the belt.
Quick kick, here we go.
This time Anderson didn't block it, but that's what happened this past Sunday at Sacrifice. Jeff went for that double leg in the lower extremities, and Anderson blocked it. And then that's when the controversy began. But right now, Hardy looking good, man. Cooking on all cylinders here, in complete control. And he was.
Yeah, up to this point.
Oh my God.
And how about the move by Mr. Anderson, taking the legs of Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma, snapping him against the ring ropes. You know what that's about. Effort to take away the high risk and also stack him up with a pin and get 2.
Well, the whiplash-like motion that Jeff Hardy's head, neck snapped into the mat was just gruesome right there. So Jeff Hardy, he might not even know where the hell he is right now. And Mr. Anderson just stomping on him.
How quickly the complexion of the match changed. You just mentioned how Hardy was in control in the driver's seat here, but now it's totally Mr. Anderson.
Now you see right now Mr. Anderson trying to get control. Well, he has control, I should say.
Big news coming here, Impact Wrestling 2 weeks from tonight, May the 31st. It's the time change. We go to 8 p.m. on Spike Impact Wrestling, and the big surprise, it's all 2 weeks away from tonight.
Can't wait for that, no doubt, no doubt. Man, look at that clothesline by Anderson. Here we go, here we go.
Big blow.
Just a second away was Anderson from joining Bully Ray, who's getting that opportunity, fills an opening. AJ Styles winning just that awesome battle royal. Which one of these 2 men here will advance? See who gets the opportunity at the World Champion next week in Open Fight Night.
Yeah, think about it. Still to come tonight, not only Samoa Joe against Kurt Angle in the 4th qualifying match, but also the Knockouts Championship is going to be at stake. Gail Kim has to defend against 2 challengers. Oh, drop kick. Velvet Sky, Brooke Tessmacher. That's later as we see the pin. Hardy on top.
And that was a little bit of a close near fall there, but Mr. Anderson able to pop his shoulder up and do a good kick out at about 2 3/4.
Wow,
that neck breaker right there. That
one fluid motion, neck breaker leads to the pin. Anderson on top, can't put Hardy away.
Hey, it's quite the rivalry. We're talking about Samoa Joe and the history between Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle. That's going to come up later on tonight in their past. How about these 2 guys? They're building this rivalry over the past several months here, you know, in TNA. And oh, what a nice duck. Look at that chop block back of the knee by Jeff Hardy.
I think the impact of the blow from Jeff Hardy, yeah, not only took out the legs and the knee, the wheels of Mr. Anderson, but you can see how it affected in a negative way Jeff Hardy holding on to that arm.
Yeah, having a hard time capitalizing on that nice chop block. Hardy can't capitalize on his own move. Both men now getting vertical.
Oh, they're going to go toe-to-toe. Mid-ring exchange punches. And then out of nowhere, Hardy comes up with a back body drop and then decks him with the clothesline on the back elbow.
Right now, charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy showing that explosiveness he's well famous for. Then just squeaking out was Anderson out of that cover. And this is a qualifying match. Watch this. Nice Russian leg sweep, beautifully done.
Hardy hits it, stakes out Anderson, and counter and reverse.
Stacked him. Excellent job by Mr. Anderson there with that counter. Advanced to open fight night. Look at that.
Man. Whisper in the wind off the top. And here's the cover. Here's the count. No, just two. Anderson kicks out.
Jeff Hardy now feeling good. Feeling good. He's got Anderson in his sights, man. I think I smell a twist of fate.
Boot doubles him over. Went for the twisto, but quick counter by Anderson takes him up to his shoulders in the roll through. Oh, wait a minute. Hardy counters, reverse, and gets the pin.
Your winner, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
That match could have went either way. Either way, that match could have went. I'm telling you right now. Because Anderson was zoned in for the pin on that roll through, and then you see how almost like a crucifix type pin, how Hardy was able to counter and stack him up. Jeff Hardy, congratulations, my man. You now advance towards open fight night with AJ Styles and Bully Ray. God, what do you think World Champ Bobby Roode's think of this? Oh my God.
And Hulk Hogan has to make that big decision 1 week from tonight. Who is it going to be that faces our World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode? As you said it earlier, graphic displays Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray, AJ Styles. They have now filled 3 of the 4 spots for next week's open fight night. One of the fiercest rivalries in TNA history continues later tonight. Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle in an open fight night qualifier is still to come.
Gail Kim is going to defend her knockout title in a 3-way match, and that bad boy's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have been waiting for. Challenger and champion inside the 6 sides of steel. What a... Oh my God! Wow! Here we go! Gentlemen, you have been a part of history. Sunday, April the 13th, 2008 will always be remembered as the night that Samoa Joe became TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Still to come, it's our 4th and final open fight night qualifier. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, the rivalry continues on Impact Wrestling. You ready for the knockouts?
Always.
Yeah, you better be. Knockouts championship match, 3-way triple threat. Next.
Oh, what's better than 2 knockouts? 3 knockouts. Speaking of a knockout, that's a knockout.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Knockout Championship. Introducing first from the Big Apple, Velvet Sky.
As usual, Christy Hemme, our beautiful ring announcer, doing a stellar job. And
the beautiful Velvet Sky as well.
Speaking of stellar, there you go. Velvet's in the house, baby.
Well, we heard it earlier, and you could sense the confidence in the 2 challengers. You could also feel the concern in the champion, just in terms of the numbers for this 3-way dance title match.
Gotta love a 3-way. Gotta love a 3-way. And gotta say, Velvet Sky looking very... There's the hydraulics. They were cooking on all cylinders there. And must be time, my friend. Must be time.
It is. I think it is time.
You know, see Velvet's looking around. Must be time to... Wait a minute. Let the pigeons loose! Second rope envy. Second rope envy.
And her opponent from Houston, Texas, Brooke Tessmacher.
Brooke Tessmacher, gotta tell you, put up one hell of a fight Sunday at Sacrifice, but she could not overcome the shortcut of Gail Kim. You recall Gail used the ring ropes for extra leverage. The champ pinned the challenger. And now my question is, how much is Brooke Tessmacher going to work with Velvet Sky in an effort to take the title from Gail Kim? Wow.
I said this past Sunday at Sacrifice. I love that new ring attire and the
red, white, and blue.
She belongs in like the Avengers, like the hot version of like a chick's Avengers. Like a Black Widow. I don't know who's Black Widow. I don't even know.
Just stop while you're ahead.
Wonder Woman.
And from Toronto, Canada, the knockout champion, Gail Kim.
This is a Wonder Woman here. A knockout champ. She's got a very ambitious task ahead of her here, my friend.
Yeah, no kidding. Claims to be the most dominant knockouts champion. But we saw earlier, she's the most concerned and she's the most PO'd knockouts champion. And that's judging by those earlier reactions to being put in this three-way title match by our general manager, Hulk Hogan.
I'll tell you, Brooke Tessmacher, she went one-on-one with Gail Kim this past Sunday. Mike, Brooke, she had a hell of a showing. Her intensity level was at an all-time high. She knew what was at stake there. Well, you give me a dirty look for. Why'd you look at me like that?
Because I just said that moments ago. You obviously weren't listening. You were watching, and I'm not going to blame you, though.
No.
Because it was Velvet Sky and Brooke Tessmacher and Gail Kim. So I can see your attention wavers.
I'm trying to study the talent in the ring. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, you're studying the talent, all right.
Oh, wait a minute. Knockout champ Gail Kim trying to get out of here. Not going to have it with Brooke Tessmacher. And now, looks like Gail's getting pinballed. One hot pinball. I don't have pinball machines like that when I was growing up.
And Gail trying to escape, trying to get out of dodge, but cut off by Velvet Sky. And when we asked the question earlier about Velvet and Brooke working together, it's exactly what we're going to get.
Well, we didn't ask it. You did, but...
Well, it was, when I say we...
What, you got a mouse in your pocket?
Forget it.
Well, now here we go. Velvet and Brooke. A nice schoolgirl right there by Brooke Tessmacher. A little small package.
Quick pin attempt here.
I don't like saying small package during knockout matches.
Please.
I'm just saying. Now you see Velvet. Nice tight side headlock and referee Brian stiff look.
If that is his name.
If that is his real name, real close to the action.
Remember, it's first pin or first submission here in this three-way triple threat match, which means that Gail Kim could lose her title even if she didn't get pinned or submitted in this match.
Absolutely. Well, now Gail Kim taking the bullet by the horns.
Bringing them all out tonight, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Save some for next week. Open fight night, would you?
Got the A game, bro.
Measure it a little, would you?
Got the A game tonight. Well, it's the only way I think. I mean, Gail Kim, she's such an amazing champion, and her abilities in her as a competitor. The only way I can see her losing a title is in this type of situation here, in a three-way situation. But Gail now has managed to single out one of the opponents, which is Brooke Tessmacher. So
we know Gail had her hands full with Brooke Sunday at Sacrifice. No question about that.
Yeah, Brooke's a handful, but right now Gail, again, staying all over, staying on top of Brooke. I don't know what she's doing here. She's got a little...
Try to go for the, single leg, double leg.
Well, it's a couple of Boston crabs. There's two crab, one crab. Crabs. Wait a minute. And now, here comes Velvet. Right, we got submission holds are us here. Now it's a single leg crab and an inverted headlock here by, front headlock by Velvet.
That was a variation there of like a dragon-style sleeper from Velvet Sky on the Knockouts champion, Gail Kim, who goes right back now to the single leg crab against
flexibility. Brooke, great flexibility. Hell of a submission by, well, it was by Gail Kim.
But fortunately for her flexibility,
right, of course.
Yes, she did not submit. Oh, my, into the corner goes Velvet, face first into that top turnbuckle.
Look at this. Oh, we've seen this out of Gail before, Mike.
Octopus-style submission hold here.
I thought Brooke was tapping for a minute. I don't think she was.
No, it's not a tap. She was trying to escape. The quick roll-up from behind. Gail's shoulders are down.
Wow, good job by Velvet. Wait, there's the pin. Ooh.
Talk about trying to take advantage of a situation and one that you normally don't see. The opening was there, and Velvet tried to slide in and have Gail's shoulders down on the mat. Just that close to becoming the knockout champion. and final qualifier still to come later tonight for Open Fight Night when Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, we're going to turn them loose. They renew their long-term rivalry. That's our main event that's still to come as Gale going to go off the top with a missile drop kick. Dual drop kick with one leg for Brooke.
Let's take a look here.
One leg for Velvet. Let's take another look at that.
Look at this.
Go.
Double missiles. Boom, boom. Look at that. Great job by Gail Kim.
Double missiles.
Double
boom,
missiles. Boom, boom.
Referee putting in the count. Gail, the champ, first to her feet.
Oh, she went for eat the feet.
Yeah, famous finishing move. But it was blocked by Brooke.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tessmacher turns around.
In your face, it's coming. In your face.
Double underhook, and Brooke driven down to the mat. Velvet hit it. Just when she goes for the pin attempt, it's a smart move by the champ. Gail can take her out.
Look at that.
And then, takes the scraps and gets the pin on Brooke.
Your winner and still knockout champion, Gail Kim.
Good job right there. Tough task. She completes it as our knockout champ, Gail Kim.
Boy, how frustrating is that for Velvet to hit the move and then Gail slides in and gets the cover and retains the title. And Taz, now it's time for our direct impact of the night. Brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance.
And you see right there, Velvet Sky, boom, boot to the gut, going for that double underhook in your face. But knockout champ Gail Kim able, as you said, to your point, pick up very lovely scraps and retain her knockout title.
Thank you very much, and that is tonight's Direct Impact of the Night. Brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance. For a free quote, call 877-GO-DIRECT or visit directgeneral.com. It is time to find out who moves on to next week's Open Fight Night as the fourth qualifier. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, right after this. Tonight, a very special evening. It's all about total non-stop action.
What started a decade ago has now become a global phenomenon.
For the very first time, Impact Wrestling emanates from the United Kingdom.
10 years ago, there were doubts.
You got to be kidding.
10 years ago, there were challenges. Today, TNA Impact Wrestling is the talk of the world.
You've never seen anything like this on SpikeTV.
10 years of celebration. 10 years of tradition.
Woo! The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, is in TNA.
10 years of heroes.
It's real. It's damn real.
10 years of heartache.
That was one of the most violent physical matchups I've ever witnessed.
And 10 years of total non-stop action.
We will never fade.
Today, TNA Impact Wrestling continues to redefine history.
The one, the only,
TNA Impact Wrestling, an arena where careers are born.
I am the it factor of professional wrestling.
And a proving ground where champions reign. It's a passion.
The Impact Zone, absolutely electric.
An emotion.
Wait, look at this, look at this. Oh my God.
It's the fire that will never burn out or fade away.
Unbelievable!
TNA Impact Wrestling. Unforgettable moments.
Can you believe it? Tornadoes in the Impact Zone!
That will never be forgotten.
Oh my God! Abyss, look at this!
These are the moments.
I'm the Stinger, and I'm not done yet!
These are the memories.
I think everybody is shocked at what just happened here.
This is TNA Impact Wrestling. And we are just getting started.
Return to Impact Wrestling. This is what went down earlier in our first 3 Open Fight Night qualifiers.
what was Bully Ray and Van Dam. You see right here, Bully Ray was able to exploit the injuries that Van Dam had from sacrifice. Then, a massive, a humongous battle royal. AJ Styles, man, he was the victor in this big-time battle royal. He outlasted a bunch of men, so he qualifies. And then how about this? Jeff Hardy, he goes at it one-on-one with Mr. Anderson. Another back-and-forth battle. At the end of the day, big win for the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. He qualifies.
Who will join Bully Ray, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy next week in our open fight night? Stakes could not be any higher. A shot at World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode is on the line for one man.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is an open fight night qualifying match. Introducing first from the Isle of Samoa, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
Oh, I'm ready for this one, Taz, because now we're going to write the next chapter in one of the most compelling, one of the most physical rivalries ever contested in TNA right here on Impact Wrestling in our main event tonight.
Well, I know that you and I were talking about this, recently, and I know how pumped up you were back in the day to call some of those great matches these two men have had, Angle and Samoa Joe.
Incredibly memorable matches through the years. You recall Samoa Joe, a dominant force. He had an 18-month winning streak that was stopped by Kurt Angle back in 2006. Cannot wait to see these two go at it again right here, right now.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
And we saw the confrontation earlier tonight between these two. Saw it get very volatile, very physical there. And that tells me that Kurt Angle, with that smile on his face, tells me all I need to know. Kurt Angle remembers everything about this rivalry, and so does Samoa Joe. We're going to renew it right now.
Got to tell you, Samoa Joe, he's the type of guy where he's in a rage right now. Unfortunately for him, this past Sunday at Sacrifice, he was on the losing end. Him and Magnus are losing their World Tag Team titles. Kazarian and Daniels. So I don't know if I'm Kurt Angle right now, if I want to deal with Samoa Joe, but you have to. Massive opportunity here to go on to Fight Night. You get an opportunity possibly at the World title.
Well, you're right, because 1 week from tonight, it's the return of Gut Check. And it is open fight night, challenge issued, must be accepted. And in addition, we already know Hulk Hogan told us earlier that the World Heavyweight title is going to be the championship that's going to be defended. Hulk Hogan's going to pick one of 4 men to face Bobby Roode for that title 1 week from tonight. We've already qualified 3. Let's find out who number 4 is going to be.
Kurt Angle smart. He realized that nasty flurry right there by Joe. So what Kurt does, he gets out of the ring and stops Joe's early momentum. Kurt's figuring, hey, I'm going to dictate the pace here.
It's a cautious Kurt Angle that re-enters the ring to square off and face the Samoan submission machine. Joe going to try and get some of the strikes in here against Kurt. Wow.
Quick. He drop steps into that double leg.
Nobody quicker, nobody faster, is there?
Round and pound. No, there's not. It's just his technique is just perfect. That's what it is with Kurt. His pure wrestling technique is perfect. And that's how Joe got caught by that double leg before he could do anything. Usually you try to sprawl if someone goes for a single or double leg. No chance for Joe to do that. But now Joe running right through Kurt.
Yeah, you would think Joe would try to capitalize on the edge that he has here, the advantage, which is size, which is power, which is weight, as he goes airborne and drops the knee right across the chest.
But I got to say, from a quickness standpoint, these two men might be closer in that regard than some might think just by looking at them. Sure. Joe is deceivingly quick. He also possesses tremendous cardiovascular. Look at that.
Yeah, how about the disrespect to the face wash in the corner for the Olympic gold medalist?
Again, this is just a humongous opportunity to go on to open fight night next week. Look at this. Beautiful suplex right there over the head, belly to belly by Angle. Those quick hips, explosive, low popping hips. Great job by Kurt.
Boy, and an accomplishment, too, to get some win. What's the story here? Bobby Roode, our world heavyweight champion, coming out to watch. We got to take a break. More of Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle.
Who's heading over here?
I don't know. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling, our main event, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, and we have been joined at the broadcast table by the world heavyweight champion, Bobby Roode. And Bobby, your celebration of domination that you proposed earlier tonight, let's just say Hulk Hogan had other thoughts, eh?
Yeah, my celebration of domination. 7 days from now, I can become the longest reigning world heavyweight champion in the history of this company. And Hulk Hogan is taking that opportunity away from me. Next week, I have to come out here and I have to defend my title against one of 4 men.
Well, you know, champ, you know right now, Bully Ray has advanced. AJ Styles has advanced, and so has Jeff Hardy. And now, obviously, we're trying to see who's going to advance here between these 2 men. You have a preference. I mean, that's the obvious question. Who would you like to face?
Look at Taz, I have beaten everybody there is to beat in this company. I'm not afraid of anybody. There's nothing and no one that's going to stop me from becoming the longest reigning world champion in this company's history. Nobody.
I can tell you, whoever it is that you're going to face, you've had a long history with all of these individuals, from AJ Styles to Bully Ray to Jeff Hardy, or even one of these 2, whoever it's going to be, that wins this matchup between Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle.
I've beaten Jeff Hardy. I've beaten AJ Styles. I've beaten Bully Ray. All right? I'm not afraid of anyone. I will, at the end of the day, walk out with my World Heavyweight Championship, and I will go down in history as the longest reigning champion ever.
Well, there's no, I don't think anybody here, I don't think anybody in the world can talk negatively about your ability as a competitor and as a champion. There's no doubt about that. But I got to say, this is tough. People are coming at you left and right. Since you're the world champ, you know you're a marked man. That's got to be tough to deal with.
That's part of the program. When you're the world champion, everybody wants going up for you. Everybody wants to be the world heavyweight champion. I've wanted to be the world heavyweight champion for 13 years, and I am.
Watch this pin here by Joe, and no, just a 2 count. Well, think about the possibilities. What if Hulk Hogan picks the phenomenal AJ Styles to challenge for that title belt, as we see the snap slam and the pin, and no, just 2 from Samoa Joe. AJ Styles, he holds the record at this point as longest reigning world heavyweight champion.
Do you not think I know that, Mike? Do you not think I know that? I'm up to date on what's going on around here. I know who's had the belt long. I know that. I know AJ Styles is the guy who's had it the longest. I am going to beat that record next week. Do you understand? I don't care if it's 8.
Hold on.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, those German suplexes, when Kurt has that clasp around your waist, Bobby, as you know, it's tough to break that, and he pops off these throws. Bring us to the ring, man. Break down Kurt Angle in these suplexes.
I was in the ring with the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory last year. I know what it's like when he locks those hands and he hooks your waist and he gives you those German suplexes. He's a machine. He's a machine. Kurt Angle is a machine, and trust me, if it's Kurt Angle next week, I'll be ready for him. The results next week will be different than they were at Bound for Glory.
Straps come down. This is where Angle going to get real serious and turn it up against Joe. Following the suplex is going to take him up.
Down on
went for the ankle slam. Then it's it. That rear naked choke applied.
Look at that.
Angle drops down.
He's a machine.
Got an ankle lock.
Great job by Kurt Angle. Look at this counter though by Joe. All that size and power. Oh, look at that high round kick right to the face. That was nasty.
You've been in there with Samoa Joe, too. What's it like to get nailed by one of those kicks?
Joe will knock you absolutely loopy. Joe is a huge man, and he's quick, and he's strong.
Deceivingly quick,
he's
right?
Very deceiving.
Yeah, it's hard to, people to really grasp that. I was saying that earlier.
He's an amazing athlete, but not as amazing as me.
Oh, look at this. This might be an amazing angle. Oh, my!
Angle slam. Joe dropped on his head. Kurt covers, hooks the leg, and amazingly, Samoa Joe gets his shoulder up before 3.
Again, both these men realize the opportunity at hand, that they have an opportunity to fill that 4th slot to face you, champ. To go on possibly whoever Hulk Hogan chooses next week at Open Fight Night. Who will he face to go against you? That's the question, because you're defending that beautiful title next week.
That's the problem, is I don't even know who I'm going to defend. I know it's one of 4 men, but I don't even know. That's the problem, is Hulk Hogan is keeping it all a secret. He's trying to screw with me, and I'm tired of it.
Why is he singling you out?
Because he's jealous. That's why. He's jealous of me. He knows how good I am. He knows what great champion I am. He knows that in a matter of...
Hey, Bobby, look at this.
Here we go.
Got that ankle lock again.
This might be it right here.
He's got it locked in. If Kurt can grapevine that leg and get his legs in.
This is a very painful maneuver, and he's hanging on to it.
That alleviates it a little bit if you roll to your back, but Kurt flattens out Joe to his stomach again.
And how about the way that Angle was able to maintain the grip when Joe tried to reverse it? Free leg used by Samoa Joe, but Kurt still has the ankle hook.
Tenacious, showing that tenacity, and that's what makes Kurt, that's what's made him a great champion and an Olympic gold medalist also. But Joe's trying to roll. Oh! And Joe, can he follow up? That ankle's got to be killed, right? It's got to be real bad. Oh, man! There's that power you were talking about. Right there, Bobby. Beautiful.
Looks like he's going to set up for the muscle buster right here.
Well, with the...
Can get him up, though, on that ankle.
That's the question. And if he does nail that muscle buster with the history of Kurt Angle's neck issues, you got to figure he'll get the win if he can nail it.
Boy, here it is. Here's step number 1. Positioning Angle up in the corner. Going to take him out of the corner up on his shoulders. Kurt doing everything to fight it off, and he was able to stop Joe. Yeah, but then took the chop from Samoa Joe, and the headbutt back from Kurt. Quick roll throughout the corner. Angle's got the momentum. Stacks up Joe and gets the pin in the win.
Kurt Angle.
The Olympic
Kurt Angle. Okay. Fine.
Man, he's tense, man. Bobby Roode, the world champion. Really, he knows he's a marked man come next week open fight night. And Kurt Angle, congrats to Kurt Angle. The 4 slots, Bully Ray, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy. One of those men will go on next week where the Hulk Hogan deems to face that man, Bobby Roode, for the world title.
Open fight night is going to be tremendous 1 week from tonight. World heavyweight title belt is going to be on the line. Kurt Angle says, I'm ready. I'd love to get a shot at that championship.
Wait.
Look at this. Up in the impact zone, up in the crowd. Jeff Hardy, one of the 4 qualifiers as well. And you know, Jeff Hardy, charismatic enigma, says, put me in. I want that world title shot.
Well, I think Jeff Hardy come out here just to remind Bobby Roode, don't forget about me, I qualified. Kurt's in the ring saying, let's do it now. Look at this now Bully Ray. He's in the back. He was, I should say, behind Roode on the stage.
Boy, coming at the world heavyweight champion here from every direction. And don't forget about the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Look around the impact zone. I see Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray, AJ Styles. Which one of these 4 men will face Bobby Roode for the world title? Hulk Hogan's decision is next week on Impact Wrestling.